Hi, this is Balázs from Modular, and this is AFNoding number 21. In today's session we are going to build a simple synth, and I'm going to take this session shorter because lately we have done so many things that were quite complicated that now we are going to do something a bit more easy to follow and easy to do, and I hope it will make fun. And without further ado, let's jump into this little session. We are going to build a synth sound, and this sound is going to be polyphonic, and it's going to be a synth that is outputting a chord each time you hit a key, and this chord is going to be in scale. So let's see, we are going to need an oscillator, maybe we will need a filter, a mixer, and maybe a filter too. Like this, and I'm going to choose the low pass output and put the gain in note here, and a multiplier too, and I put a con in between the multiplier and the gain, so we have a pretty consistent flow. Create the outputs by pressing O above these plugs, and yeah, this is our basic setup. I create a MIDI note here, connect it to the pitch, and give this thing a velocity of 1. And I click on this multiply node and create an ADSR. This is going to be our amplifier. And yeah, this is a basic synth, basic one oscillator synth. And I take the volume down to 0.5, so it won't be too loud. And actually, if we play this, we are nice. So yeah, it works. What we are going to do is to create the chord. For that, we set the instrument into polyphonic mode, set the maximum number of voices to 4 and the unison to 3. And this way we can simply use the unison node, and we will add add this spread value to the pitch input like this. And based on this spread value, we will add 1 to it, because we will need it from 1 and not from 0, because of the lowest spread is 0. We are going to create a switch here. So we have the spread, we add 1 to it, so we are between 1 and 3. If we have 3 unison notes, and we create constants here, and this is going to be our root note, which is going to, we don't have to add anything to it. Our second note or voice will be 3 semitones higher, and the last one will be 7 semitones higher, so we are creating a minor chord. And actually, if we play this, yeah, it's a minor chord. I set the volume to 0.3, and yeah. So this is the basic chord. And this is quite the same that Rivers did use in the late 90s or early 90s even. Funny. Yeah, but we won't stop here. We are going to convert this whole thing to always play in a scale. And for that, we need to turn this to effect mode, because we will fill up an array. And this plus is going to be fed into a modular node. the output of this whole thing is going to go into modulo, and we are going to modulo this number by 12. And this is going to be our read index. And we are going to add the output of this array back to the pitch, like this. And let's fill this array. We will need an input value, we will need the write index, and for the time being I set the trigger to 1, and set the write index to 0, and the input to 0. And yeah, let's fill this up. I always play stuff in, anyways, this is going to be a major chord. It's going to be in C major now, but maybe I changed my mind, but anyways. So this is C, this is C sharp now, and we will transpose it by up with one semitone. Let's go to the second note, which is D. We do not want to transpose it anywhere. The third node is D sharp. We want to transpose it one semitone higher. The fourth node is A. I do not want to transpose it. The fifth note is F. I want to transpose it one node higher. Yeah, this is going to be an E minor scale. And or G major. Sixth note is G, stays where it is. Seventh is G sharp, one semitone higher. Does it make sense? C, C sharp, okay, D, D sharp, okay, E, okay, F goes one semitone higher, G, F sharp, this is F sharp, and G is this. So yeah, this should stay on 0. G sharp, one semitone higher. A stays in place. A sharp, one semitone higher. And B stays where it is. Okay, so yeah, this should be fine. I can delete these guys now. I don't need them anymore. And yeah, basically this should do it. Except I need to go back to Unison mode. Wow. And yeah, basically this is the basics. So actually I could end this session here and we have the idea, but we can extend this a bit further by creating another detuned oscillator with the same, based on the same pitch, and one more ADSR. I just multiply it by, let's say, 128. Plug in the gate. And amazing. And we can still do something funny, like create a 3-voice unison bass to it. Not like this, but we will mix these guys together. Use the low pass output and plug in this MIDI pitch here. We are going to use the same velocity, but instead of this chord unison spread, we're just going to add the spread value multiplied by something like proper unison value. And yeah, set the filter to something low. use the keyboard tracking and amazing. Almost. It needs its own ADSR now. Click on here and drop another ADSR. I just copy pasted this node, so it's nothing fancy. SS. Nice. And we can still use keyboard tracking on the step as well. I have one more idea, and that's really is going to be the last thing that I do today. That I want to create a kick on each hit, and that kick is going to sound only on one polyphone at a time, and it's going to be only on the first Unison spread. So if the spread value is 1 or 0, that's fine to me. If it's 1, if it's 0, then I use this epsilon value as well. Then we output 1, as we do not output anything, and this will be like a bool thing for our gate. So this is like a boolean logic stuff. So if we are on the first spread, then we output the gate, and then I can track for the change. This. And create the usual 2p filter, pitch to hertz, and our hertz to pitch node. Let's use it on 80 hertz. Some low resonance. I use a knob instead, so press K here, and some steep resonance like this. Use the bandpass output divided by the resonance, and this should be our 808 kick that we are going to add to the mixer. And one more thing that feels good for this kick is if I use an envelope follower here and give it some release, and maybe to use a crossfader, and this is going to be the low value. Let's say 150 Hertz is going to be the high value, and use the same envelope here. So we pitch the kick a bit. I think it should sound okay. If not, we can change it later on, but who knows. So if I hit a key now, we will only hear this kick. Okay, 60 Hertz. And all together. So yeah, we can also do tricks like simply, instead of transposing up, we can transpose now down by simply taking the negative of this. And this way we get a completely different chord structure. I messed up my notes a bit, but it's not hard to fix. What did I move? I don't know what I did. Oh yeah, this was they were aligned like this. Okay, now I know what I did. And yeah. One more thing we can do is to make this guy velocity dependent, so yeah, this is a fun little synth. I hope you will have fun with it. And yeah, this was the noding session number 21. I was thinking it's going to be a bit shorter, but I think it's still not too long. And I did more than I thought. But the initial idea was to create a synth that is playing a chord in a scale, and we have done it pretty quickly. But we added some bass and some drums to it, and you can extend it further. You can do a lot with it, and I hope you will have fun noding, and I hope you will have fun using AFNodular, and yeah, have fun. Happy noding, guys. Bye bye.